My name is Rusty Apper, and I'm semi-retired from acting at the moment, but I've done directing and that, and I'm trained as a stuntman. I've been a bit of a dog's body, really. I've done a bit of everything. Editing stuff, some sort of special makeup effects and that. But mainly in the last couple of years, it's been sort of directing and stuff. When I was a kid, I grew up watching the Hammer horror films, and I always loved Christopher Lee. And I was like, wow, I really want to play Dracula. And then it was like, wow, I really want to be Frankenstein. And then it just kind of, you know. So like acting was like my first thing. But then when I kind of got involved with all the other things that come with it, I got more interested, and it's just like, it just kind of took on a life of its own. I've always been interested in crime and serial killers and stuff like that. It came from watching those horror films and thinking, wow, I'd really love to play a character like that, but I wonder what's behind that, you know, what's inside the minds of the people that these horrible characters are based on. Because nearly all horror movies are based on some smidgen of reality. But it's interesting just to see what makes people tick, and how like one person can come from one upbringing and just go on and have a normal life and successful life, and then the other person can come from the exact same upbringing, if not better, and they turn out like Charles Manson. The thing is with horror, what's great about it is you can just do whatever you want, and you can really go for it. And I think sometimes, I'm not like the greatest actor at all, and sometimes I've been given roles where I've played like a character closer to myself, and to me that's really difficult, because when you have to do something that's out of your comfort zone, you feel a bit silly doing it. But when it's totally over the top, then you just go crazy. You just think, wow, it doesn't matter if I'm over the top, because that's what the character calls for. My favourite production I've been involved in would probably be a film that I directed called The Whistler. And that was like, back in 2010, that's like a really low budget kind of horror movie. It was just so much fun to make. And for a long time, we tried to get a movie off the ground, and we were struggling with things, and we were thinking, what can we do? And then we were actually already working on another film that was just dragging along. And we were like, you know what, I've written this script, it's a really easy, you know, Halloween-y kind of horror movie, let's just go out and shoot it. And often like things like that you just put on the spur of the moment are the most fun. And I think it came out a lot more effective just because we had a good time and everyone was like a family on it, you know. And, you know, it was grueling at times, because when you're out in the middle of the woods and it's freezing cold and you've got like dried blood all over you and stuff like that, it does get a bit taxing. But I would say that was probably my favourite film. The film has definitely changed my life in the way that, acting-wise, I've heard a lot of stories where some actors have taken on acting for other reasons other than, oh, I want to be an actor. Like, for me, it was a big confidence thing. I took on acting because, in a strange kind of way, I wanted to learn more about myself. And it sounds really crazy, but I think sometimes to learn more about yourself, you have to try and be other people. So you kind of have to step away and take a look at yourself and things like that. And acting is great for confidence building. But it's changed my life in the sense that I've learned so much more about like sort of the media aspects of it and the technical aspects. And it's opened up doors in terms of like different job roles I can take on. But also it's just given my life, I don't know, a purpose that I don't know if I felt I would have if I didn't do it. Because I try and picture my life without it. And even if I'm not doing it, I might have a year where I'm not doing anything really significant, but it'll always be there.